let's complete the square on the following special example. Say we have x squared plus 2x plus 1. And we'll set that equal to 0 and solve for x. Now, if we wanted to do this with completing the square, we will take the b and divide it by 2 and square it, and that will be our magic number. In this case, b is 2. So, our magic number will be 2 over 2 squared, which is 1. And if you remember how to complete the square, you take your magic number and you add it in right after that x term. So we're going to add 1. Well, then we're going to subtract that magic number. Let's put a box around the magic number. And then we have to keep whatever we had before, which happens to be 1 again. And so we now have something that we know is a complete square because we followed the formula. And that will factor into x plus, and then it's going to be x plus 1. It will always be this b over 2 term before you square it. And so I have x plus 1 squared, and then I have 1, well, negative 1 plus 1. Well, negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So let's go ahead and say plus 0. But it turns out it doesn't matter, because really all these zeros will go away, and we have x plus 1 squared equals 0. Oops, that's a 0. When I take the square root of 0, it's 0. So this is just x plus 1 equals 0. I don't even have to worry about plus or minus in this case. So x equals negative 1. So in this case, completing the square wasn't necessary because it was already a complete square. If we had just started with factoring at the very beginning, we would have skipped from the first step down to the last, and we would have just gotten x plus 1 squared equals 0 to start with. But we still got the same answer.